Welcome. Domain Dave again for CheapWineFinder.com with another cheap wine review. That's what we do. And this time we've got been to Costco. And this time we have the Kirkland Bordeaux Superieur, spelled Superieur, 2020. It's a Bordeaux blend. There's 6 grapes that they can use in Bordeaux. Carmenere is probably never there, very seldom. It's and this one is 60% Cabernet Sauvignon, 40% Merlot, but they're also allowed to add Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot too. So that's what this is, and this is a Bordeaux Superieur. Is a step above the lowest ranking for Bordeaux wines. It usually means it's an estate, probably an independent, small estate. There isn't particularly an area where they're from. Like the best ones are from Pomerol and, Medoc, and the best ones have names of regions attached to them, and they're the expensive wines. But these are the wines that everybody drinks. In Bordeaux, it used to be 50% of the wines are under $20. I imagine today that it's under $25. But the typical wine drinker in France who has a tradition of having wine with every dinner and maybe even every lunch isn't spending $45 a bottle. I mean, they just can't. And this is a $6.99 Bordeaux red blend. So this is more in line with what they would drink on a daily basis. And in France, this one would be even cheaper because that $6.99 you're paying here, it also covers the shipment from France to the United States and from the United States to your local Costco. So this is typical wine that the French would drink. So you're not going to get a 95-point wine that's, super rare and going to be written about in all the wine magazines. You're going to get a red blend that's probably made to go with the meal. I'm going to take a sip. It tastes fresh. And when I'm just looking for a wine to sip, I usually go California, Washington, where they're more rounded, more fruit forward. They have structure, but here the structure is the fruit and the structure are equal. There isn't one better than the other. They all have to be equal with the best French wines. A lot of French wines are more New World, which is closer to what California is doing. But this is basically a red wine made for the dinner. I mean, pizza would go great with this. Burgers, burritos, tacos, whatever. $6.99 wine. Well, you could splurge and spend have this wine with steak if you wanted to. It'd go very well. Just the prices don't match each other, but it does really well. And Costco is the largest wine retailer in the United States. It's something I didn't know because their wine section's not that huge. I mean, but they're everywhere, and the prices are really good too. I think they mark up 14%, where most retailers are 13%. Most wine retailers are 30 to 50%. So when you go, they're going to be cheaper in the first place. Plus, them being the largest, you're getting a volume discount on top of it. So it's a great place for wine. And one thing about lately, it's been hard to find imported wine. The best place for bargains for the last few years has been store brands. Costco, Aldi, Trader Joe's. Even your local supermarket chain has some brands that are just unique to themselves. I mean, there's a lot of it. My local big box wine store has, maybe 15 to 20 wines that they had made for themselves. They're that big that they can have wineries make them wine, and they're usually several dollars cheaper than other wines in their category. So, and usually more than several dollars. Usually, $5-10 cheaper. And that's where all the action is. That's why you see a lot of times we talk about Trader Joe's, Aldi's, and now we're going back to Costco a little bit more, because that's where the bargains are. You don't know everything about the wines, but you know, in this price range, it's all about the journey. It's all about the next wine. It's all about learning about this wine, tasting that wine, going here, going there, and finding bargains. I'm gonna take another sip. This is fine wine. I mean, it's very nice. It's got tannins. It's definitely got tannins. Like I said, French wines like to show their structure. If you're only used to California wines, you might not be crazy about it at first, but once you kind of get the hang of it, it's like a new coffee drinker's not used to the bitterness of coffee, then after a while, you don't even know it's bitter anymore. So there you go. The Kirkland Bordeaux Superior 2020, $6.99 is a food wine. Like I said, I could drink this on my own, but I think it goes way better with something like a steak burrito or in Chicago, not deep dish, but a pub pizza, something good. So that's it for us, cheapwineplatter.com. This is Domain Dave, asking you to push a button to like us where you can, because it always helps and we appreciate it. And stay safe, stay warm. And I think I've got another Costco wine coming up next. A really nice red blend that's inexpensive from not the usual AVA. So we got some good wines coming up, and it's January, and it's it's more the bleak season, but have fun. And I'll be talking to everybody and keep it cheap. Bye bye.